Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lacquer Lover, and in this video I'm swatching one of Essie's summer collections. This is a 9-piece collection called Fairest of Them All, and I got these from Ulta. Now this collection has been teased and spoiled for several months now. They were originally posted on Amazon and then quickly unposted, so some people might have gotten them, but they weren't really readily available until recently, so now you should be able to find them on Walgreens, CVS, and just multiple websites. But anyways, this is what Essie has to say about these 9 beautiful shades here. Amuse me, it's all fun and games as you try to win me over. Make no concessions, you know I'm the fairest of them all. Let it slide as I scream and shout and enjoy some airspun fun. So throw your hands up and ride your luck, because tonight the sky's the limit and I'm your main attraction. It definitely has those bright, colorful, and fun summer vibes, so I'm really excited to show you guys what these colors look like on my nails and how they apply. So without further ado, let's get into the swatches. I'm starting with a layer of base coat to prevent staining and to act as a barrier between my natural nail plate and the color. The first polish I'm swatching is Airspun Fun, which is the pale dusty pink. You of course cannot separate light pinks from Essie, and this is just another one of those. There's nothing special about it, but it'll be interesting to see how it applies. Here's the first coat of Airspun Fun. The formula is buttery and creamy smooth like all of their polishes recently, and it has really good coverage. It's just that the brush left some brush strokes and some patchiness, so I'm going in with a second. Because of its dusty quality, I think this shade would match a lot of skin tones, and therefore it would be very versatile and flexible. And because of its great formula, it would be easy for beginners to work with this polish, so I would still recommend it if you don't already have a lot of light pinks. Here's 2 coats of Airspun Fun with top coat. This is again a classic pink that honestly a lot of people probably already have, but if you don't, this is a good one to pick up. And the next polish is another sort of dusty shade. This is a dusty yellow called All Fun and Games. Here's the first coat of All Fun and Games. This one actually reminds me of Hey There from their fall 2019 collection, because it's just one of those light, kind of slightly dirtied yellows, if you know what I mean. So anyways, yeah, the first coat, I was getting a lot of brushstrokes and patchiness. I honestly think it's just my own problems with application and the way that this polish interacts with my base coat. But anyways, here's the second coat of All Fun and Games. Again, the formula is just so buttery and creamy, and that actually fits with this color because it is yellow. But yeah, I don't want to sound like a broken record. These are just really easy and honestly fun to apply. Here's 2 coats of All Fun and Games. This one is kind of an ugly pretty shade because it is a little bit of a dirty yellow, so it's not like bright and clean like your usual summer yellows, but it might be fun to try out. The next polish I'm swatching is called Win Me Over, which is a very light olivey, perhaps even clover green. Here's the first coat of Win Me Over. Again, fantastic formula, and I feel like the shade would actually fit the fall time better, but it is here in a summer collection and it's still really easy to apply. I noticed that Essie has been branching out and releasing more unique and experimental green polishes, which is nice to see because, you know, not too many brands release greens this regularly, so I'm really excited to see it. And having a wide range of one color is really helpful when you're doing nail art, so you don't have to mix as many colors. This is 2 coats of Win Me Over. Actually here, this reminds me of like khaki color, but I think it would actually look really nice for some summer leaf nail art, maybe for banana leaves, you know, with the highlights and stuff. The next polish is a dusty denim blue color called Amuse Me. Here is the first and only coat of Amuse Me that I'll be doing, because this one here is a full 1 coater. I did not need a second coat. I even held my nail up to the light and it was completely covered, and it was just perfect. Like, it leveled out beautifully and it was just so opaque and so easy to work with. Here is one coat of Amuse Me with top coat. I think this would again be another perfect fall shade because of that like denim look, and of course you can try like denim nail art with it as well. It would be pretty interesting and cool. The next polish I'm swatching is a burnt orange called Let It Slide. This one is just so pretty. I was so excited to swatch this one. Here's the first coat of Let It Slide, and this one kind of surprised me. It kind of showed up brighter than I thought, which is like a first in this whole video. But yeah, this one is just, the coverage was amazing, and if you had like really short nails like with no free edge at all, you could get away with one, but I went in with a second one. And it is to be noted that the formulas on all of these are pretty thin, so the fact that they are this opaque is absolutely insane, and it also means that you need to know how to control the polish so you don't flood the cuticle. Here's two coats of Let It Slide, and it just looks so good. Like, it matches my skin tone so nicely, and it also reminds me of like the color of the pots that we use to store or grow plants in. So I think this would be perfect for nail art like that, and it is just so interesting. The next polish is called Ice Cream and Shout, and this is kind of a light, dusty, slightly orangey rose shade. Here's the first coat of Ice Cream and Shout. I was actually doing really well on that first coat, but I proceeded to play around with it so much that I ended up like digging up the color. So yeah, I ended up with so many bald spots and patches, like it was crazy. So I definitely needed to go in with a second coat to fix those up. And that basically just goes to show that even if the formulas are amazing and they're buttery smooth, application is very important. Like, you need to have control in all regards. Here's two coats of Ice Cream and Shout. It's actually not my favorite. I don't know why I don't love corals or like orangey pinks, but they're just, I don't think they match me at all. Next polish I'm swatching is an aqua shimmer called Main Attraction. This one is actually pretty interesting because you can see in the center that there's a lot of this like light aqua shimmer. However, on the edges of the bottle, it does get like deeper and darker, so that gives it more depth and dimension. Here's the first coat of Main Attraction because the composition of this polish is totally different with that shimmer. Of course, the formula is also different. Here, of course, it's a lot sheerer so that the shimmer can actually show through, but I just needed a second coat and I achieved full coverage. And you'll just want to be extra careful on the last coat to make sure that your brush strokes are straight or how you want them to be. This is two coats of Main Attraction, and again, I think that kind of deepened, darkened aqua like color going on in this polish just made it a little bit more interesting than the usual shimmer. Next polish I'm swatching is called Make No Concessions, which is a deepened, darkened, burnt orange shimmer polish. It has the same thing going on here as it did in Main Attraction, where the shimmer is really light but the base is kind of tainted with black or some other darker color to give it more depth. Here's the first coat of Make No Concessions, and for some reason I am reminded of amber right now, and it looks so cool and interesting. I've been saying interesting a lot, but of course you want your nails to be interesting. You know, you want to buy interesting polishes, so this one was just so pretty, and I found that it was easier to kind of hide your brush strokes here. They're definitely more obvious in Main Attraction. Here is two coats of Make No Concessions. This one is a perfect fall to summer shade. It has the bright quality for summer, and it also has that like deepened, darkened quality for the fall time. And with two coats, that's super easy. Like, you most likely will not dread doing those. Like, you might actually even enjoy doing them. And here's the last polish we'll be swatching. This is actually the namesake of the collection, Fairest of Them All. This is a plummy creme with a yellowish golden shimmer running throughout it. Here's the first coat of Fairest of Them All. Absolutely amazing opacity in the first coat. If you have short nails, you could probably just get away with just one coat, but I saw a little bit of my nail line peeking through, so I just went in with a second coat and it was perfect. And this is just like something I forgot to say earlier, but These polishes for the most part do dry pretty shiny, so some of them you might not even need top coat, but actually for Fairest of Them All, this one you really do need it, and I would recommend it for any of the shimmer ones as well, just to really bring out the shimmer and the glitter in there. This one reminds me of Angora Cardi. It's definitely not too unique of a color, but it does have that shimmer added in there, so it could be worth adding to your collection even if you have similar cremes already. So that is my swatch and review of Essie's Fairest of Them All collection. As usual, I have these placed left to right in my order of most to least favorite. While I did enjoy this whole collection, I was able to pick a favorite, and that is the orange shimmer called Make No Concessions, just because it is super pretty and I think it fits my skin tone really nicely. But overall, I do think that this is a cohesive collection. You have a lot of different colors and you have different finishes, but together they look really pretty, and yeah, it's just a fun summer collection. I would highly recommend it, and you should be able to purchase these wherever you normally purchase your Essie collections. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye everyone!